series and an opportunity to advance onto the next stage of the Intel Extreme Masters Cologne. Let's get into the action.
Thank you very much, Freya. That is exactly what we're here for. Astralis Apeks advancement up for debate. I'm Machine. I got Spongy with me, and I'm excited to see if Astralis can continue where they left off. We had the gift, I would say, of watching Astralis Liquid yesterday, Chad, and I don't know, it filled me with quite a bit of excitement for what this Danish roster has to offer.
Yeah, you saw some of the parts that there have been question marks about can really bring. I'm going to get this one underway. 1xBet odds are favouring the Danes here, and quite quickly, with all 5 members making their way straight into Norks.
Ooh. Oh, he has to relocate. Very quickly being chased on. Down, he does stand up for one, stack on, but advancing and smokes in the air. Kicks and flashed off. Device trying to deal with his 2-man flank through the underpass. CacaNito's dead already. jkaem needs to find the rebuttal, the response, and 2 on his plate. And too much to ask. 2v4 now. Already chipped and peppered through the smoke. Steeko cut short, and yeah, not fun for Kixon. Just that kit would have been great if he was a component of a retake. Instead, it looks like Astralis going to be taking this one by force.
Yeah, and that right there, you look at that round, and I kind of see them all just swarming Nork at the start, but the utils also coming at the same time. It's an interesting approach. Normally, you see these teams with the Glocks, they like to go long, they get the upper bathroom control, they pause a little bit, they use the util, then they go straight into it. They just overran Nork. The util was already in the air. They had 2 players taking the site and still 2 players fighting top connector. So really well done from Astralis here. Just in your face, Glock action, right? That's all they were doing, was jumping stairs and fountain.
Yeah, and it looked quite pedestrian, but that device kill, the first one as well, like they were double peeking, and CacaNito was turning away, doing that double bouncy, you know, trying to pull his crosshair. He made it look easy, but that was supposed to be difficult. Astralis leader and Nork, he's already rocking and rolling into the second round.
Aggressive from Blame again, right? Up against this type of a purchase. That could have been a deagle. Turns out it's a scout. Either way, the same result could have come through. So losing Blame immediately here, he's going to have to in-game lead from the grave. I'm talking about the new lineup, new ambitions. Well, now the man who's normally the last alive will have a new take on this in-game leader role here. Back towards B we go, and it is a heavy stack as jkaem with some shots through the boards. A 5-7 from Steeko here. If the flashes aren't good, he might be able to mop up.
It's threatening. Steeko. He's got a rude shock if he rounds this corner. Yeah, too many bodies. Good timing, good patience, and it's rewarded by walking in and striking in unison. Borup finds 2 on the Mac-10 on the way in. Borup contributing heavily in these first 2 rounds. 4 and 0 so far, as this one does start nicely for Nork and his scout, but not going to be rewarded anymore.
Yeah, right there. What could you have done better if you were Apeks? Get the opening kill for free within the first 15 seconds of the round.
Be stacked in the right place.
Exactly, and then just get walked on over and not get another kill. So great stuff from Buzz, Borup, and Device just to be able to make those necessary frags, and they didn't even need to use all of their utility doing so. So that's a little bit upsetting, I would say, if you're Apeks. You think you should have got more done in a round like this, with all things considered. They will lose everything, and now we get a little bit of split screen of both coaches here, Castle and Kuban on the other side of things. But we were talking about Astralis yesterday, and also if you watched them over in the Blast 4 groups, you saw in Copenhagen, they were, I think we would brand them as larrikins in Australia, but they're making a lot of noise. They were, you know, yelling a lot, laughing a lot, and you heard Blame touching on that in the interview. But the mood over there, it's a whole new attitude with this Astralis roster.
Yeah, no, it does. It seems like there is it's a new flavor in town for Astralis. With a team with so much, you know, pedigree and history, it can be difficult, I imagine, to reinvent yourselves or to kind of stay relevant when you're losing the majority of those names that got you that relevancy.
Yeah, and just at the top of the left of your screen, you can see playing Overpass picked by Astralis. I think on the initial graphic we had it was the wrong way around. So in case everybody was worried, Astralis picked this. They have to start on the T side because Apeks picked the CT side, and then we have Anubis coming up next. So just to get that sorted.
How many?
None.
2 is the magic number.
9.5.
Nito gets 1 on the P250. Nork might get another here. Blame nice and stationary for him, and he does tap away at Blame's head. He's had a couple of silly deaths there.
To Nork as well.
Yeah. Nork's been handing him his ass, but it is working out nicely for Astralis all the same. Sure, Aguila's fallen into Nito's hands, but that's about all they'll have to celebrate. He's even pre-aiming the booth. He knows what's... Ooh, ouch.
Yeah, more damage this time round.
If they kill Borup, you can have 2 rifles to save through. Charging and chasing. Go on, Nork.
We're out of a round.
Okay, game on. Bomb down. 2v3. Steeko caught out, and they know that wasn't Nork. He's already been spotted. By cutting noise, perhaps they'll think he's gone long side, but both playing towards the toilets. Gets the info off the jump. 1 HP on Nork, and yeah, maybe not the round, but certainly a threatening one here. Unless Nito As the back turned, but good cover from Stair. And translates into an Astralis 3-0 start.
Okay, well, a little bit shakier this time round when it looked like it should have been easier. So, hey, we get them out of the way. The must-wins for Astralis if they wanted the pistol and conversion. And now we'll get the guns out for Apeks here. A nice little tidbit pop up on all of your screens. Yeah, Nork, the man right here, he was once upon a time replaced by Device during that whole NIP saga, which for most, I'm sure they would love to forget. But it's always a fun head-to-head. Something, a story we can build that I'm sure they really don't care too much about.
I mean, I think
it's fun for us.
The replay ops like that one, and yeah, so did Borup, hitting him with a nice shot in the chat after that leaping Mac-10. And we get some rifles. Let's go, party time.
Deep connector smoke here.
Ooh, Nork caught out. He's in trouble. I mean, serious trouble. Now he's lost jkaem as well. They're going to have to give up a lot of space towards that mid and toilet side. He doesn't have the health to fight it. Borup's already threatening towards short as well. Nito goes looking and relieves some of the pressure. A good find back. Call it 4-on-4.
Well, Buzz is up to the plate next here. AK enhanced Deco. He could use the railing to get himself across, not spotted. So Buzz has to be very aware as Device gets an awful lot of information on that bank jump peak.
And seeing the bomb, is that going to force anything? I mean, you know Device is going to be going elsewhere. Blame holding for this Nito push. And it's real comfortable. Reaggressing. Stiko spotted out, caught out. Blame flattens them both. A nice double contribution into the B site.
Save.
And save. Yeah, that early damage onto Nork really hinders any attempt at a retake.
Yeah, he's still in A right now watching long. You've got Kixon as well, a little bit more offensive here over towards the bathrooms. But all in all, with the bomb going down, 40 seconds left on the clock, we will call this one another Astralis round tip. It's not something that they should be looking into, but what you should be looking into is the secondary stream. The B stream update, the Mongols up against Into the Breach.
Oh, great. Nothing, sorry, I finished reading it off. There was a 1v3 situation in the second round, actually. It looks like ITB were about to win the second round force and then lost a 1v3.
Ah, okay. Well, I'll be honest with everybody. I don't know if the mood in the ITB camp is at an all-time high.
Like, I'm not, you know, a professional psychologist
but we do have
or a body language expert. But yeah, just like the vibes. The vibes that ain't vibing. That's what I'm saying. Doesn't feel like there's vibes, and the good vibe tribe, long gone. We'll see if that can be shaken off. But it is, I mean, it's, you know, you really do have to hit the ground running here in Cologne. These play-ins, they're cutthroat.
Well, this match we have on your screen right now is a progression match. You can advance to the group stage. On that secondary stream with Scrawny and Launders, that is an elimination match. Your time will be up here. No more matches to be played. A best of one into a best of three, and we'll wave you goodbye. And for ITB, a team that was on everybody's radar after the major, they got poached, and I think they've probably been one of the hardest done by alongside of Gamer Legion, who they're already in the group stage. They've got Vault, they've got Nealon as their newest additions, and we've got aggression here from Kixon, wanting to make a play. This in-game leader make a name for himself at the major.
Yeah, this could be interesting.
Taking a decent chunk of damage here. And it's not being spotted, so likely they will consider that somebody could have crossed another boost.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this one is going to be nailed here.
If jkaem does not hit this one... Oh, it's even worse. It could not be worse. They're both dead. What? The sound cue given over. Nork just, I would understand. He hadn't seen anything, must have missed the playground cross, and Stair gets himself a round-winning frag to start off proceedings.
Yeah, okay, I just had no idea. He's right under his nose there. So that one looks awkward for some saved weaponry, and the rest should fall into line here. Just 3 more members. Kixon low running through that Molotov in the early stages of this one. And
ooh, yes,
okay,
indeed.
Stiko.
I think he saw Deve as well. If he's, I feel like we should stay on Stiko. I've got a tingle.
All right.
There's a tingle, a premonition that this
coming.
Desert Eagle has whet his appetite for more. Stiko, one is great. Flashed off for the truck as Device now posted, but still allowed to post it back in, and Devet does relieve him of his life. Shouldn't be any more problems here. Stair, nice positioning to lock down the bank. The util's there, and Kixon we discussed already. 30 HP.
Coming quick here.
Nito's quick.
Bomb's not planted just yet.
Maybe, yeah, but Device is just too switched on.
But he's past them here. Device won't be ready for this. No, he'll be looking upper bathrooms. Barrett's looking long. Stair's looking bank. There's a gap.
This is his opportunity. Will he consider Device after he finds Borup? They're both just ships in the night. This is his chance. CacaNito's got the time.
No kit.
If he could just find Borup clean. Now he has to get out of dodge. Device looking for him as well from behind. It's good shot from both. They strike in unison, and Astralis, they keep the sheet clean. 5-0 for T-side overpass start. I mean, this is promising stuff.
Yeah, and it
this was a walkie moment.
Yeah, and as soon as you drop down, you're just like, what the hell just happened, right? So a bit of a jump scare there, I'm sure, for Nork, as The saved rifle's really not used to too much success there, but we will get back into another full gun round. With the max loss bonus, Apeks, if they're losing sights and they can save, then they can continue to buy here. They do need to get themselves into this map, otherwise Astralis are going to be very hot out the gates. No need for an Ooh, that molly extinguished a little. Is that a
yeah, it looked like
on
it,
top
didn't
of
it?
that?
It looked like it.
It is.
But surely that implies that
Someone's
Jacob's
close.
found it.
Yeah, definitely.
Careful, mate. You're going to be getting a device AWP to the face again. By the way, yet to die, Mr. Reitz. 7-0 to start off the Danes' sniping day.
Damn, that's a nice little tidbit as well right there. Look at all these coming through the hotline. Jkaem starting cold today.
Yeah, and Ben, the statistician, starting hot as well.
Love to see it. All right, well, there's a stalemate here early.
Statistician?
You were right.
Yeah. Statistician. Words. Borup, a player. And jkaem finds a frag after this discussion. He breaks his silence, and that's an awkward one for Stiko. Switches to the smoke, and now CacaNito's not paying attention. Didn't expect Buzz to just turn up the heat, and he opens the sight exclusively. Buzz in the feed, a triple from the young gun to get that 6th locked in. Very short-lived celebrations for jkaem. He finds some nice 5v4 advantage, and then the whole B site crumbles.
Yeah, they just waltzed on in. And it is great to see Buzz have an impact like that. We really enjoyed his clutches yesterday. And seeing this Astralis team develop, a name that we're all very familiar with. And it's been some time since they've been at the top of the pops here in Cologne. It's something that has eluded this organization as well, even back when they were the absolute best team in the world. So, see how far they can push this. The first step, progression from the play-ins to the group stage. Join the big names like the Heroics, Vitalities, Navis, G2s, Cloud9. Some big names waiting. That will be going down on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And we'll be finishing off the play-in stage here today and tomorrow. And that sound, you know what it means? It means a tactical timeout, because Apeks, things aren't going great. They need to get the coach on the mic right here. Have a bit of a conversation. What do we need to change? What do we need to fix in this setup? Because it's a leaky boat right now.
Does that not just feel like it's come a little too easy as well when you're watching it in the replay? I think Buzz is probably, you'll smile, but you're not sitting there feeling like the god of the game. It just kind of felt like it was, just picking the blackberries as you go on your countryside walk.
Yeah,
as we say.
You weren't hunting, you were foraging.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, the berries weren't fighting back.
Yeah, like those, they're complimentary. You don't even have to really look for them, they're just there.
So, and that was nice.
Yeah. And it was nice.
A couple of tasty morsels.
It's tasty. It's not gonna, it's not gonna feed you.
He's not full yet.
It's not sustenance, but it's a snack.
Yeah.
A nice snack. 6-0. As we escape that analogy as quickly as possible. Apeks still yet to get that goose egg broken. I have some faith, though, that this is not going to be as comfortable for Astralis into the second half of our first half, if you know what I'm saying. 3 dispatched this time towards the A side of the map. Look quite light for Nito and Stiko. And Borup, he's not having any issues. Covered by device. 2 underpasses, info for jkaem, but what can you do without a bit of team unity? Nito and Stiko are about to have the whole Danish roster coming in their way.
This is feeling extremely bleak early here. Like, nose flashes at the ready. Spam through in case there's any silly business, and there is. If you want to push through that, great.
They're doing it.
There's 4 players here.
Timing is everything. Buzz is ready. And Buzz, Stare, combine for a very comfortable find. Maybe Kixon can contribute just a little more. Doesn't seem so. Borup, perfect on the flight path, clears it out. And this is nearly flawless from Astralis. I mean, every round just falling into place for them.
Diligent work, not getting caught out by any of these little plays. It's, I think, fantastic for Astralis here.
It's a good map for them, clearly. I mean, with it being their pick, but they clearly have a degree of comfort individually and as a team.
Okay, so Nork looking to save in a 1-on-4 situation. This is the thing. Normally in these scenarios in a match, you can easily go, okay, yeah, they have like a 6-1 or a 7-1 scoreline or something. The rounds are close. We can break their economy. We can get back in this. That's not one of these games. For Apeks to get back in this, they're going to have to win consecutive gun rounds here. Just take a look at the left-hand side of your screen, everybody. You can see the residual cash for the Astralis players. Nork, now he's noted, can be hunted. Borup is over towards long, so we'll be hearing any steps back. Nork aware that this is a possibility. Stare's not close enough, so it has to be Borup here, but Nork hits the necessary shot and will retain the AWP. So something to work with here into the next round for Apeks. They could cobble together a buy if Nork dropped a gun, but I think here, even though you're feeling, hey, we really need a round on the board, well, they are going to go for the full buy. I thought maybe make sure you get out all the guns, all the util. Maybe they can stretch this if somebody picks up an SMG or a FAMAS. Mr. Nito's into just the MP9. not a defuse kit in place. So yeah, even to win these rounds, they don't have everything they need. What type of opening are we going for here? Aggressive playground utility to help the push. Kicks him down to connector. jkaem up and towards party.
And Buzz comes knocking quite quickly. This time Stico repels the invader, flashed off, and Borup not really going to be deterred despite the early frags back. And yeah, Device, he's found Stico no scope through the smoke. Nito hiding in plain sight on the site, 2 out of the MP9, and it does look like Device would have to come up clutch. A 1v4, surely asking too much. He's threatening. Could have very well brought it down to just 2, but that is Apeks first. And who do we kind of give the extra brownie points to?
Well, it was a pace change from Astralis. So in terms of the Counter-Strike that just came to Apex's door, it was a little bit different, right? You could see that they were trying to explode and be in their face, and they were happy to go through smokes or take those chances. So I think that did help Apeks a little bit there because it was more heads-up CS. It wasn't like they were getting picked in their mid-round and out-rotated.
Then playing a horrible advantage, yeah.
But it's a good little confidence booster right there to pick that one up, especially for Mr. Nito on the MP9. Getting an awful lot of work done then.
They're playing 4-1 right now. Looking for early answers. And Nito should have Device dead to rights. He's still alive.
Get out of dodge.
Ooh. jkaem pushing it. Nade finds him. Wow, that's a deep one.
Heat-seeking missile.
Lost his face as well. Maybe this angle's going to be rewarded. It shoulda, woulda, coulda, Borup.
Look at the little stutter step from Kixon there. Twinkle toes.
Nicely done. Oh, perfect flash. Yes, Stico dead man.
But that's the B bomb site. Nork in heaven, no smoke available.
Chad. Not the 5v2. Great flick out of Nork. He's looking sharp.
Whoa.
Attack onto Buzz. Don't know what he was seeing, what he was working with, but style points all the same. Why not 3? Stair says no.
He's only got 2 bullets left.
Yeah, and 3 to find. So a reload at some point, and not going to be necessary. jkaem catches him the side of the head. And Apeks, you said consecutive gun rounds, Chad. Well, that's 2.
Yeah, 1 more of those necessary, though. Australia's got the plans again. There's still players with a bit of excess cash here, so should be able to get a decent buy out of the Danes here going into the next round of play. But back-to-back, yeah, good signs. And I think here, Device, you know, just not ready for that at all. And it's based on what you were mentioning, that 4-1 setup. It meant that, of course, they were going to be aggressive. If you're going to go for gambles like that, you need to be in their face. And if they'd gotten away, they might have been able to react towards that B-bomb site quicker than the rotation of Apeks. But getting caught, okay, Nork.
A pot shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
A well-informed.
You miss every shot you don't take, right?
Yeah, right. That timeout called off in response. It was Astralis. Yeah. Okay. We lose 2 rounds, guys. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't think it's like panic stations, but it's you never want to lose a half after going 7-0 up and then 8-7 because you're going to be going into the second half without any momentum, a bit in the dumps. You know, players would have cooled. So just trying to eke out 1, maybe 2 more rounds here. 1 doesn't even feel like enough. Let's go 2 or 3 more rounds, really. That's kind of where you'd be setting the bar for yourself here. But you're happy, but you always want more. The story of life. As, again, it is a very heavy A lane. Stico being set up by Kixon, who will make his way over towards that B site a little bit later. This time it's Nito and jkaem down towards connector.
Yeah, we're having 2v2 in the underpass, and perhaps even more with Kixon's wallback contributions. jkaem lines him up, knocks him down. jkaem 3! He comes alive in our 10th round of play. Started incredibly slowly, but he is back, baby.
It is crazy how baited they were just by the spam, right? It's obviously very common in the current meta. As Nork, another one. Put him right in front of his crossset. He's taking him down player after player here. Almost 10 kills for Nork already. So we are seeing the impact of the Swedish AWP player here. There's just Blame, who should be found out with the bomb. CacaNito on the flank. Blame aware that that is a possibility, and now that he's been spotted, shouldn't be too long for this world. They can start to collapse down upon him. He knows on his own. He will need a little bit of support as Nork is making his way over, but never mind. I tell a lie, gets it done, and another round for Apeks. So they've warmed up, or are currently in the process of, because in the rounds they've won, they've only given up 2 casualties, right? So, well, 4 casualties. The first, yeah. But the worst amount of deaths they've had is 2. But this is great, right? The extinguish, the push through, the fight, ready for all of it. Great round from jkaem, who has been in good form. He was
0-6, wasn't he, or something like 0? Yeah.
Had a good game yesterday against Big. But I guess, look, CT side of Overpass, you'd prefer to start on this side of things, but not if you're losing the pistol, the first gun rounds. You don't have any guns in your hands.
Now they're doing 4-1 and B stack.
Yeah, but they realized that they were losing, like, in terms of that decision making. So now that they're going ahead of things, they're the ones setting the tempo.
Makes sense.
Dictating. That's one of my favorite words when we're talking about these teams. Is another move. Molly the left side outside of Monster, push through, take a fight, and we can see here that they have essentially broken Astralis with this type of investment. An AK, some D-Eagles, a Glock, a little bit of util. The game is cooled off for Lyra. It felt earlier it was just Astralis throwing around the server, having their way wherever they wanted to finish, hitting a lot of good shots, and now now Apeks are putting up a bit of resistance here.
Nice find. That was the rifle. So Borup does get very little reward for his investment.
You see all of these plays that they're going for, though, right, in these rounds, it doesn't allow Astralis to set up and have their finish.
Yeah.
The way it goes poorly is if you go for these aggressive maneuvers and you just get blanked, right? You don't trade, you don't do any damage, you just lose 1 or 2 players early, and then, of course, they're just going to finish that. But if you have well put together pieces and you can pick 1 or 2 players, it means that their late rounds are going to be a little bit harder.
And they have to react to you. Yeah, looking like a very threatening spray from Stiko. His trace of fire will be returned. Look at that equivalent exchange. Both Stiko and Device now hanging on by a thread. There is a flash inbound. It's perfect. Stair should finish the job, but 1 headshot's not good enough. A second, though, Blame has taken down CacaNito. His flank could be everything, especially with Nork drawing attention towards that side. Fires off a shot and connects it. CacaNito from behind has a clean one onto Buzz and can deny the plant as well. Things are shaping up nicely for a competitive one here.
Oh, that's actually important, right? Somebody like Borup isn't going to have enough for an AK with util, right? So that might have a few omissions in the bar right there. Galil, sure, it is serviceable, but everybody would prefer to have that AK in their hands. Decent damage, right? The fact that flash was so potent, Kixon can only get 1 there as well. So got the pistols a couple of kills short, but denying this plant. Good timing from CacaNito there. We do get back underway with the guns in Astralis' hands now. And this time it isn't a 4-1. Back to a bit more of standard programming here. 2-3 split of the CT defenses.
Swallow that nade. Device working on half health. 1 single HE. Limiting his options. And I say that, Nork is actually going to be having an interesting exchange. CacaNito flashed in. Perfect. Kixon and Nito working in unison. And Stair's gone too. We were discussing that. Norks has managed to completely get out of dodge as well. He'll be able to post up to check any gaps on long.
Yeah, Device is trying to track him down. Device is aware of likely what he's done here, so he's put himself in a bit more of a harder angle to clear here, something that I don't think Nork would be trying to pick. But he has to hope his teammates can find some space like that. So 1 back from Borup, and a round to work with here. If Kixon oversteps long, or jkaem could just finish it right here, right now.
Made that look easy. Can they close cleanly? Yes, they can. jkaem, he certainly is not giving up. A very slow start from Apeks, but they're finding their footing. I think it's just a 2-round game after they find Device. That nade already chips him to half HP. Bomb to be retrieved. That barrel might betray. See how well he manages this. And yeah, well played. Very happy with that one. A nice guttural roar coming out from their side of our studio here in Cologne.
This is the contrast as well, though, right? We're talking about Astralis and they're getting loud and having a good time. You need to look at how the team starts to act when things are going poorly, right? And obviously, I'm not expecting you to yell when you're losing rounds. That's just counterintuitive. But in terms of like the demeanor of the players, right? Is somebody bringing them up, right? Giving them this belief that they can get back into things, because they were so hot out the gates here today. I thought we were about to have the quickest map of the tournament so far. So I really want to put a respect on Apeks' name for bringing us back into a competitive first half of play.
You know, like, what a role reversal. We were sitting there, at 7-0, talking about how deep of a hole this is to climb out of. And then, 5 in a row? I mean, just a complete reversal. They've got, a post-buy, 11,000 on jkaem. I mean,
most of those have been gun rounds, right?
Yeah.
So 3 out of those 5 have been gun rounds.
Right.
And then there have been some still pesky rounds to deal with.
Rifle
like this. This is a pesky round. They have 3 nades, so we're likely to see stack nades here somewhere. So this is still like I wouldn't say a pocket strat, but it's a move that they can try and turn into an opening to turn into a round ender.
Lineups for this.
Okay, so curious, with these HEs, where are we aiming for here, gentlemen? You could have done the foot towards the boost. Borup's coming over, so it looks like this is going to be towards the monster side.
He's actually
they're ahead of it.
They're pushing ahead. Perfect find. They take down Buzz. Everyone's safe and sound. And a second for good measure. It looks clean and, well, not quite easy for Kixon. Teammates there to finish off the job. And Apeks, I mean, 6 in a row now. We will keep tabs.
You heard Kuhn as well before with Banks talking about like these principles, and he also was talking about the fact that, you know, it was JL's choice to leave, and, you know, they didn't lose him, and CacaNito's come in. Yeah, it was a great interview. But these principles, like, you're looking at some of them here. Never let the T's set up, right? They get in their position, the nades are ready, a flash comes out, they're standing there with nades in their hands, they're dead, right? So you can just see how jarring Apeks are trying to be as opposed to the first, well, 7 rounds of the game. Here we go again, back underway. Can Astralis get anything else before halftime? Like I said, 7 is great on the T side of Overpass. It's more about the lack of momentum. You're just going to be a bit down in the dumps. We haven't won a round in a very long time.
jkaem.
Another great flash.
Flash! These poison them little CT aggressive moves. It's ripping Astralis a new one.
There's always something, isn't there?
I mean, every single member of Astralis has been feeling the wrath of this team unity. CacaNito to rotate through. Stare has managed to make a bit of a round out of this. It's Blame and Stare to try and close this disadvantage. Deep smoke. CacaNito will throw out one of his own, hoping to delay.
This is a good seesaw map, but CacaNito hasn't left the B bomb site, and if Blame gets spotted, it will be the bomb. It will draw back.
Oh, baits the shot. Now Nito will have to get a little reposition. Keep hold of that B bomb site.
They're going to finish A here, so they're scared of the AWP. Looks like one long, one bathrooms. It's just Kixon on the site right now, and he's extremely passive. Stico has to be silent, so does CacaNito, and he's way back on the rotation. So I understand now that it will most likely be this A finish. Kixon has a molly as well here.
Yeah, it's going to limit their options. It can't be a truck, so I'm going to have to... Oh, smokes in. Molly 2. Kixon swings through and beats out Stare. All onto Blame with 18. Make it 15. Running light on time. 1 versus 3 takes the opportunity for a quick fake. They're grouped up, though. A second fake. He'd have to be so damn precise. And CacaNito's having none of it. A 7-7 tied game and a 7-round run from Apeks. I mean, they have just fought fire with fire. Yeah. Fully tied up now.
This has been great, right? They've only allowed Astralis to plant the bomb once, right, in this spree of rounds here. So this has been a great showing from Apeks, considering the circumstances and how things started here. And when we had the desk talking about Apeks, right, they have decent expectations for this team. I think Maui said he had higher expectations for the team than Cuban did from the interview, right? Because I think we look at this team and they play good Counter-Strike. And CacaNito coming in, I don't think it's a downgrade from JL by any means. I agree with that sentiment. He's a prospect. He's someone we saw with ATK, or someone I've heard from managers of other teams talking about as a prospect. So someone to plug in and they can learn at this tier 1 level with, it's not the end of the world by any stretch. You can see here CacaNito and jkaem combining for the
last here. 7 rounds.
Yeah, that's not too shabby at all.
5 openers from those 2. And here comes another one potentially if Blame braves contact out the con. jkaem's reaction to being smoked. Safe from the initial spray from Device. How brave and brazen will he be off this? There was a flash there. Stare lost vision temporarily. CacaNito knows that door is blown off. He slips through short. Stico gone, maybe overlooked, and a chop opportunity for the multi-kill. Can't quite get the second done. A 4-on-3 though. Into Kixon. Playing that barrel's position. Stare, his first victim, needs a second. That was the bomb. Device holds on. jkaem, half health, running light on bullets. And now a 1v3 thrown into Nork's hands. And it doesn't look like he'll get anything done. Blame spotted him out. The AWP, not the weapon for the job, and a missed shot especially to secure victory. Astralis, they get another taste right at the end of the half. They will win out that half, but a highly competitive one after all. It started 7-0, and we go to the break 8-7.
their chances on Ancient increase. 9 days of practice. That is actually, I mean, that's nothing to just scoff at.
Like it's enough, or?
I mean, it's better than most. Better than some.
Better than some, yeah.
Yeah, it's better than some. 9 days is...
it's something.
Something.
Every team wishes they had more, but in Counter-Strike, you never have enough. So, like, it's sort of like, you know, no one's ever prepared on marathon days for anything. You just got to be... hope you've got something together.
But...
Which I actually think that this leads to a bigger conversation, but we'll see how this round plays out. Because I guess Into the Breach, still alive for a second, Thomas. Ooh, he goes down.
Smoked by the Galil.
I think that the prevalent styles later on in Counter-Strike, you know, were about sort of how structured you could play while also loose. Whereas like some of the very high anti-strat styles of the past, like when Existence used to call for Titan and stuff like that, like you just can't keep that up in a Counter-Strike calendar, you know?
Sure. The
teams that come in ultra prepared all the time with brand new stuff, I mean, everything just gets ripped off really fast, and so it comes back to like how sound your fundamentals are and then how much stuff you can add on after that. But you've got to stay adaptable. I mean, that's why Kerrigan's lasted so long. I think the best styles definitely are. I think the game would look very different if we had a different calendar in terms of the way teams would play and what the best teams in the world would look like.
I always thought of the idea of like a team just taking off more time than all the others and just coming in hyper super prepped.
It's sort of a waste almost.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Just play, get into the grind with everybody else.
How many times have we done interviews where it's like, what if you changed as we're in a new country like a week later?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Crucial's going to try to take the fourth one for ITB.
Nice.
4 better than 3.
These flashes are getting so much.
But Techno 4K's double Galil entry is just too much. Mongols are simply sharper. Sliding across deep into the ticket booth. We get one to drop down into Sandwich. Neofrag looking to clear out this bomb site.
That's right, 8-7 on the half here on Overpass. It is the Astralis pick, and we're ready to get into that second half. I say we, my name's Machine. I've got Sponge with me to go and provide all of that beautiful Counter-Strike juice. And speaking of juice, leaked 1337 from Device.
Make a wish.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't happen every day, nor does CacaNito at 40. Despite having a very slow start, we do have the boys from Apeks demonstrating they're here to play. Even on Astralis' pick, we need to have swapped the sides. Let's see if Apeks can get off to a strong T start.
Classic 4-1 here from Astralis, fortifying this B bomb site. Device over towards A makes an awful lot of sense. We've seen the nasty work he can do with this USP. And yeah,
okay.
Like it was planned.
He's just laughing at him. Just, shrugs his shoulders as he draws first blood. Fast bullet out of the USP into the dome.
All right, well, this setup is exactly how we expected it to go down. The flash at the ready from Buzz, a couple of pairs of Julies to deal with the B rush, and now in a 4-on-5 number disadvantage. Apeks, sure they have the U-tilt, but they're going to have to make some magic happen.
Can Astralis keep that 100%? Ooh, Devet needs help quickly. Fires off another shot into the dome of Stiko.
Molly missed.
Awkward. Device now dead. We need another out of the Glocks here.
Oh!
And it's Nork to provide them back from Buzz, but into the site for the plant. Gigson. Oh, fast flank. Fast flank. Has the shot long range on the Julies. Denies the plant. Steph finds a gap and converts, and Astralis back to their winning ways immediately to start off the defense.
Yeah, just too much to cover off there. Couldn't get that bomb down, and this is really going to hamper Apeks' second round of play here. Likely to see a bit more of a conservative approach as to... Well, actually, maybe they do want to force buy, but Nork at the moment only with a Deagle in his hands. A couple of nice shots here from Device, right on cue.
I think Nork earned the Deagle from the 2 Glock frags. That's essentially his treat, his reward. He gets himself an opportunity for that hand cannon here into the eco. Device was just very comfortable in that first fight. Jeez, Zeus, we'll see if we get more of that. Looking very sharp.
And they've actually started 4-1 again, Astralis. So Blame solo towards A is actually playing over towards Connected. Device is on a quick rotation. But very forward from Blame. MP9 in hand, might be able to farm himself up a couple of ecos right here, but not hearing or seeing anything at all. We know that it can be quite patient when the Ts don't invest an awful lot, force the CTs to go through all of their util, but as we can see, there's only one flash left, so they've already done that in the first 30 seconds or so of this round. So, job done, essentially, for Apeks. Now it's about getting a couple of kills if they can. A bomb plant would be fantastic. Will really bolster their buy going into the first gun round here in the second half. But it was concerning to see Astralis lose 7 consecutive rounds after their flyer out the gates here. And Apeks had to do it the hard way, breaking them multiple gun rounds back-to-back to shatter the economy here. Shortest win streak, 2 rounds, okay. Yeah, well, that makes sense. It has been very one-sided back and forth.
And that is a dream opportunity for that MP9. Blame's going to be looking for $600 a pop, and it's only the one. Lots of damage inflicted. The rest falls into place for Buzz.
I saw people talking about BlameF yesterday on Reddit or HLTV or something like that on the forums. And,
yeah.
I didn't chase up the stat, but the stat that they quoted was like he's super aggressive against ecos.
Yeah, I mean, I have seen evidence of that occasionally, but...
Well, they highlighted his like success in opening duels, his opening duels like stats from the first game yesterday,
yeah.
Right? And they were talking about in certain rounds when he's a bit more aggressive than other, and then some guy was like, yeah, but he still goes on these really long flanks. So it's interesting to see the community discussion about him, because I know that people are on, you know, 2 sides of this. Some people think he's just a massive beta, other people think, you know, that's just the play style.
Yeah, but also, yeah, I think there's a nuance to it that probably Blame understands best.
Precisely, and he's always putting up numbers. So.
And, you know, he is actually paid a salary to professionally play this video game. I don't think he's doing it just for his ego.
Yeah, no, yeah, guys, I'm going to bet you everywhere. It's all about stats. I just care about it. Trophies done.
You know, I don't want to keep getting hired.
I hate my team.
And live this dream for as long as I can.
Could you imagine?
Well, just about the statistics, guys. Yeah, that's all it's about. Blame's pushing long.
See, this is against the gun round,
yeah.
so...
Well, hold on.
Right?
Hold on a second. He's got Device calling for help. And CacaNito with his knife out. Perfect off angle to profit and draw an opening kill to start off Astralis here on their 3rd and, well, first gun round of our defense.
Well, Astralis undefeated in 5v4s so far. So, is this another one?
Could be. It would take a individual from Apeks, and it's not going to be jkaem. Bar up, comfortable. There's another one on his way. Good flash to force him back, but I think the damage is done. If they can keep all 5 alive as well, it's going to be really quite a gift for the Offers. One back from Stiko. Nork in a 1v4 that quickly becomes just 3. Shut down and traded. Blame. He opens that round and he closes it as well.
Yeah, even the scoreline, we only have a 4-round difference here. I think the fact and the reason this game doesn't feel like a close game is because rounds have always been quite commanding victories for one side as opposed to the other here. Right, so I think that's backed up with the stat that we just had highlighted there in terms of opening kills being converted for Astralis. And you can see they're not in too much danger. There's not enough players alive at the end of this round to make it interesting. They need multi-kills each, right? So with that in mind, paints the picture of this game. It hasn't had the most exciting arc, right? But we're getting to that now. We're getting to the boiling point of map number 1, Astralis' pick here in this best-of-3 series. Remember, the winner of this matchup will advance to the group stage. That'll be kicking off on Saturday. So there are some stakes on the line here, and if you lose this one, you're going to drop down towards that lower bracket, and that's not where anybody wants to be.
Well, it's certainly got a bit of punch to it. Smoke from jkaem and Stiko off the rip. So this is a clear game plan. This is a clear, like, sheet out of the strat book. Now, that smoke is up on connector. They can continue their walk despite the door being naded off, and it does facilitate 3 of them up through the connector. Device looking for answers for the team, and I mean, at the moment, if they were to accelerate, it is just Blame here.
They have to.
He hears them, spots them, dinks him, finds it. They should be able to get into the site, unless Device now misses his shot. They definitely can plant now.
Winnable round here, very winnable round. They're in. This might just be a save immediately.
Oh, wow.
That is insane.
I mean, can we recap? So they start at 4-1, Astralis do. They have the main difference being that no one is occupying towards Underpass, so the information it was a kind of minor gap. But by the time Blame gets any sort of info, any sort of reason to ask Device for assistance, and it's way too late. Whoever hit that shot as well, credit goes to Stiko for finishing it. But Blame dinked on that jump for info, and yeah, they keep it conservative, don't even have a look at it.
Yeah, well, once Device gets dinked and smoked off, it's like, well, we don't want to lose this AWP. Yeah. That right there is a massive round to win, right? You can also, that's a partial investment. They walk away with short, only one M4, but everybody can buy. That's not a problem. And it was quite simple, right? They extinguished the molly like they normally would over towards the playground. Okay, so here's Stiko finishing off the... No, it was all Stiko.
Yeah.
It was all Stiko there. So great stuff from him. A round-winning kill and Device. He doesn't want anything to do with that. So that one is going to hurt. And yeah, Blame is going to feel a lot of responsibility for that because he's called, hey guys, let's go for this setup. And not able to stick the landing, not able to get a kill. That one is going to be quite frustrating. They're going to be starting pretty heavy towards A here. Blame, Stare, and Device looking ultra aggressive.
Yeah, let's see what Nito can do about this. Oof. Confirmation that there is likely going to be a bit of a forward stance here from Astralis. jkaem's taken down Stare towards the underpass already. That's nice. Device to support. Flash is good, and the frag is better. Device claws one back onto Nork, but advantage now held by Apeks. Device, last seen, fountain side. Still posted up towards that position. CacaNito's got the util necessary to deny the info.
If Device continues towards long here, he might be able to like snake down and play for more info, but there's so many question marks right now. That's just standard A control utility. Bathroom, smoke, divider, molly. So there are a lot of questions, but they've kept two players over towards B, Buzz and Borup, and this could be a powerful position if not flashed.
Yeah, Borup considering the same, you can see.
Kixon has a flash ready.
Bait. Flash. Oh! Hook line, and he still gets one. Borup. Oh! Two from that position, despite the flash and the info.
Workable for Device, though.
Yeah, he can build off of this. I say that as Stiko again brings Device low. Limits his options and doesn't allow the save.
You ain't getting out of here, mate.
Those 2 rounds back to back, Chad. That is... What was that? I think that I thought we heard Cuban there, but yeah. Regardless, I think those 2 rounds already get me excited for a bit of a full 30-round game. We could be on for a competitive one here,
yeah,
folks.
Definitely going to get close now, right? So, like we said, it has been dominant rounds from either team, and it kind of happened again here. So it will start to get a bit grimier. The closer we get to that magic number of 16, it is an economical out of Astralis here, trying to level out the funds. In the next round of play, they will be getting that 2,400 loss bonus. As we see the quad boost in play. Now, Astralis won't know that was in play. If they did, they'd be pushing a whole lot more aggressively here to take this space off of them. As CacaNito is going to come back just to keep an eye on this for now. He is isolated. And with the setup as it currently stands, I'm not sure he should overstep the mark. It would be ill-advised as there's more. Nice little set utility out of him here. Party Molly, that's going to burn anybody. Go for a cheeky peek or even hide and catch them late. So unconfirmed that they cleared it out, but he is just posturing this as a standard default. He's about to walk into all 5 here.
Oh, the timing, just getting pushed. They know.
They know. Borup's in.
And they hit 2 headshots.
They better run B real quick.
They both go down. They have to accelerate. That's going to be 2 rifles now in the enemy hands. Yeah, an AWP for Device and an AK-47 for Borup.
They're coming quite quick here behind. Stiko is going to have to be responsible for this here because Kixon's planning. He can't cover Monster. They're just running straight
Stiko
there.
Doesn't even have the info. He's got short pipe, sure, but it's going to have to be Kixon holding Monster.
Another death in the back.
If he peeks into the AWP... Oh! Scary now! Needed more! Buzz has got another on the floor. Kixon's gone 5v2. Apeks about to fumble an eco here. Need to be saved. The shot is hit. This is perfect from Astralis.
Molly on the bomb.
What can
They can't defuse, no
Stiko do? Does there enough time? Defuse. They've got the time for the defuse now.
Yeah,
Stiko helpless.
That's over.
And yeah, you can see Cuban just wiping the sweat from his palms. That's not a fun round to concede.
Just as you were saying, this could be getting close, right? And they lose a round like that. That is all
timeout?
5 standard.
Yeah.
I would definitely be taking a timeout after that. And we were talking about Nito not needing to investigate that part of the map. He's throwing all this U2. He gets caught on a timing. Borup, just this silent assassin behind him. But it was the kill we didn't catch, right? There's the fact that Buzz grabs one as well. At the exact same time, they happen simultaneously. So what we thought was just 1 death turns out to be 2. And then it's 5 individuals from Astralis who can swarm this bomb. There's a smoke in play. And Device again. I saw it yesterday. I didn't think it would. Hey, look, why not?
I know, but I mean, it's perfect because he knows, and we all know, how angry you are at losing that round.
Tilted.
Never mind when a smiley supermodel puts his hands up and starts waving at you saying, hi, I was responsible.
Yep.
Hi. Do you feel silly, by the way? Do you feel silly? Because I would, if I were you.
Oh, it's fun little banter there from Device. Doesn't need to yell. Just needs to say,
no.
what's up?
Yeah, guys, you cool? You cool, or?
What's up?
I see that you lost against an eco there.
Okay, well, Apeks, they have a couple of big responses throughout. They're going to need to dig deep here to pull themselves out of this one. Nade not going to find its destination. Oh, wow. ITB, dead team walking. It is only map number 1, though. Maybe they turn it around.
Don't be silly, Chad.
Now, from everything...
Oh, that's something a little special from jkaem. You're delivering them the opening frag. And he's been pretty good on the openings. We'll check in on that. But 4 versus 4. Early doors. Nito overcomes Blame. Bowls the boulder over. Continues to try and find some answers towards longside. Device should have him anytime he tried that jump. And the pre-aim was good. I felt like he had that finish, but Buzz and Steeko sign a peace treaty, except both of them rather worse for wear. It is still an advantage Apeks.
Nork
right?
has the bomb here, so he needs to be a little bit careful. He doesn't want to go down here because that would be the C4 on the deck. Fortunately for him, gets the kill, realizes the issue, and then dies. So, look, he's throwing the ladder down for Steeko at least. But CacaNito and Steeko are both very low here, so that is a big death for Nork to give away, all things considered. Fortunately for them, Device has rotated over towards B to join Stair. CacaNito is just silently slinking on towards this A site, so he's about to fortify the plant here. Once he waltzes on in, doesn't see anybody home, tucking towards bank, make sure drop down's covered off, and unlikely Astralis will try and rotate back into this once they realize they have gambled incorrectly. So another save round here. We'll just spend the next 40 seconds just chilling out because Apeks, they're going to want to hold on to their guns as well. Their economy is yet to be established here after that oopsie daisies.
And I wanted to check on the old jkaem opening.
How's he doing?
He's doing great. 6 and 2. So yeah,
Makes sense, yeah.
Been a part of plenty. 8 total.
Very aggressive piece of the puzzle, isn't he?
Successful in 6.
And I think it's really good signs for CacaNito to be at the top of the scoreboard here as well, right? He's, I know that he was the first death on that eco round that we were just talking about, but he's getting his, and a player who's come in to replace JL and is doing a great job. So,
well, especially considering the way, the way in which that went down. The team makes a huge deep run at a major event, and then you get the call up. Well, I mean, you can frame it positively, but you can also frame it in terms of, hey, we're going to be chasing this dragon, and we're going to be doing it. You could very well fall into the scapegoat category. That's
sure.
that would be my fear.
Sure.
It's like, okay, it was amazing without me. Now I have to try and either match that, and it's trying to match their peak. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I can see how that psychologically and otherwise politically could be difficult, but he's thriving. He's nailing it. 12 to 10. Smokes are up. I wonder if that's going to slow them down. Steeko's taking the bomb alone towards the underpass, which gets me a little spooked out, but no worries.
They're just going to go B here. So you can see they've made this look like a default round. Connector presence, A presence, and then they just group up towards B and go for a more concise finish here. Stair will rotate back, and he should be there in time. Device has just called so much clear. That should get Blame rotating as well. They know it's B.
Yeah, they do.
They're coming in.
Already. This is going to be a very quick round. Borup, 10 bullets left. Still contributes heavily. Kicks and bleeding. Finished off by Buzz. Whoa! Double quick spray from Steeko. Puts us into a 3v2. Flames arrived in time. Trying to get the bomb down. A bullet could do it. Oh, Nork accelerates straight out of the smoke. Steeko 1 HP. And just walking away. Device. Oh, we should have jkaem dead to right. Blame beats him too with a punch. And now with a 1 HP 1v2, I think Steeko again just has to lay down his arm.
This would be some clutch here. 1 HP to pull this off. Device will have to be considering that surely Moss is the only position.
Right, so, but yeah,
If it hit him, that's how it could have gone down. Yeah, right. Handled business right there. Didn't get too far ahead of themselves. Will pick up their 13th round through the fuse of Blame F, but that all came down to Device's info. So they postured, they threw the A util, they threw the connector util, they went straight back to B, and guess what? Astralis were just ahead of them, just there in time. Even with Steeko's heroics, it was not enough for Apeks to get in towards that B bomb site.
I will have no nades in under. I will buy a CacaNito.
And there you go. That's exactly what I probably was about to tell you. So finances, a little bit of a worry on the T side for Apeks here. Slim pickings. We've got 2 Molotovs, a couple of flashes, 4 smokes, so enough to establish the start of this round. And Burrup's happy with that one. We are back underway. A bit more heavy presence towards A here.
Blame forward. Device in support. CacaNito trying to push through that smoke. He's
Another
got
opening.
Apeks, and yet a Devet pulls the trigger on long side successfully, but Nito quick to find a response, catches Blame and accelerating towards Divider. He knows there's a gap. He knows Device was pushed up long side. Look at this race. It is a race against the clock. Device posted up. Nito posting in, and Device collects a second. Astralis advantage. If I say that, Borup, disadvantage 3, about to crunch his sight. Oh! And he's gone. Stiko hits a fantastic headshot. Buzz just about gets his crosshair in line for the double spray. Puts it all onto jkaem. Not going to be comfortable at all here. First fight, spotted out. 2 there. Needs headshots and can't quite post them. Astralis, they're heading towards that magic number now. 14 in the bank on their map pick.
Yeah, that one's going to feel like the map here, right? We are going to be moving on to Anubis next. That is what Apeks have picked in this best-of-3 battle for progression, advancement to the group stage of IEM Cologne 2023. And with this one right here, you essentially bottom out the money. It is going to have to be an eco out of Apeks. They'll buy when they have 15 rounds against them, and they are going to take their 4th and final timeout to have that conversation. Why the hell not? You've got them, you may as well use them. The map's not over yet, and if you can get yourself back into this game, see if you can still get the series done in a 2-0 fashion, but things are going very well for Astralis here. I didn't even mind what CacaNito went for there, right? He knew where Device was. He tried to run him down, tried to beat that timing. And I think, you know, if he had stopped steps just a couple of moments earlier, maybe Device doesn't hear him, but still would be ready for that type of a play. Regardless, we're talking about if, buts, and maybes. We need to talk about what's on our screen right now, which should be round number 15 secured. And that eco round they lost is really going to come back to haunt Apeks in the story of this matchup. Now, they have been coming from behind almost the entire game, right? They tied things up at 7-7 in that first half. Astralis stepped just ahead with 1 before we made it to that 2-minute break. Come on in with the pistol, conversions, looking good. In Apeks, it felt like they had changed the tide. But just that one oopsie daisies has really left them in a miserable position here. And they've even forced bought in. They didn't go for the light investment into the full buy next round. So this is 2 force buys back-to-back. Likely game over.
We've won one of these before with even less. Pushy, stare, laughing at him, spraying him down. It does feel like already the fork is in. And this is done. Stiko on that Desert Eagle, lost his entire squad, bomb loose and under CT rule. And Blame's even locked the door behind him. You can see he's got his head on a swivel, concerned about the potential for both, but perfectly timed. 15 locked on in, and Astralis 5 opportunities to collect their map pick and to just be 1 map away from advancement to the group stage.
I guess this decision to go for the force is like picking your poison, right? Like in the sense that if you do go for that force in the last round and they were able to scoop it up, then you keep Astralis' economy kind of walking on eggshells. And if you could have broken them here, then you can bring this game back.
The run becomes more attainable.
Yeah, but then when you lose that round, now you have the same buy again, right? So you were hoping that you could really constrict the CTs and draw yourself back into the game, and now you're getting spammed while trying to light up some nade stacks. So yeah, this one has really fallen by the wayside here for Apeks, but should have some hope and a little bit of faith for them going into Anubis as the next match of play. Next map of play, I should say. But this for Astralis is another strong showing. We like what we saw yesterday, like what we saw over there in Copenhagen. Starting to see the highlights of some of these members. And again, I will say Buzz with another impressive performance here. 20 kills to his name. Right, the Stare was meant to be the exciting rifle, and he still will be. But it is good to see Buzz finding his. It
is. Certainly considering, you know, someone praised as being one of the greatest in Device has seen something within him.
Yeah, right. You kind of feel if you get picked by somebody like Device, there has to be...
His understanding and appreciation for the game and its nuance, I think, is... yeah, his eyes are going to be pretty trained. And Blame, I say that, he's put jkaem on notice, and Nork is the one to try and hunt him down. It's not the weapon for the job. You can see a panic smoke or smoke all the same thrown out by Blame to delay.
Will be a B finish here.
But that has forced a third component over.
Sure.
Device and Blame felt the pressure. They asked for help.
They're just going to get blown over here. jkaem and kicks in so low.
Flashes, Nork and
it's not happening.
Nito.
It's not happening.
Nito could get this flash, God flash lined up. Stiko needs to hit one hell of a shot. He's one of the few healthy members
15
there.
seconds.
The flash is perfect from Buzz. Look at this one. Pop, swing, and hit. Head. Okay, Borup dead. We need to see the plant now. jkaem, he will get the bomb down in time. It's an awkward 2-on-2. Blame and Device on that retake. And Norks found himself an AK and some ground. Will Device even consider this? You can see he's got his decoy out, so he is considering the potential. Oh, Blame's already taken down jkaem. Nork, 1v2. Device, he's looking for you! Oh, I thought he messed it up. Device will close. Wow, just a cursory glance there, and he's up again. Giving it the eye contact, you cheeky boy.
Another wave. New lineup, new attitude, new ambitions. First map under their belt. Astralis looking good on home turf. We're going to head to a break, and we're going to be back with the Des to discuss how that one went down and set you up for Anubis.